When I've driven on DoorDash with the next to zero strategy and just accepting absolutely everything, I've made about $12, $13, $14 per hour. Not very good. But tonight I'm driving on a $2.50 peak pay bonus, and I'm actually going to use as much strategy as possible. So let's see how that affects my earnings. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. This channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. So we're driving in Mission Valley, really my go-to market segment here in San Diego, again, on a $2.50 weekend peak pay bonus. So let's see how I do with slightly lower peak pay, but in a marketplace that I know very well. So first order from Five Guys, a restaurant that can take a little bit longer, $9.50 for a decent amount of miles, 5.1. And then I actually got a stacked order. This one, the Asian Bistro, $8.50 for a good 1.3 miles. Now, one thing I want to note here when it comes to stacked orders. For some order requests, I'll actually zoom in so I can get a better look at the ending destination. Now, this is ideal. It's, again, an additional 1.3 miles, so not much more driving to add a second order. And I like this one because we can see here how close the ending destinations are to each other. And then also really just on any order, you can still zoom in just on single order requests as well, because then that may give you a good idea if it's a home, apartment, or a hotel such as this one. Now that might help you out with strategy. Maybe you don't want to navigate an apartment complex or a hotel as in this one. So you'll be able to see that, at least most times, if you zoom in on the order request screen. So back to one of our power strips in Mission Valley. That's a segment of road really densely packed with restaurants. And we got this one from Chipotle, $8.50 for just 1 mile. And yet again, a great sign that it's busy during this shift here. Another stacked order again for Chipotle for $9.50 for an additional 1 mile. And you'll see this continued throughout this shift here, but I think this is the power of those power strips. Again, it's just one really strip of road that has all of these restaurants. So power strips, we can compare and contrast that with maybe one-off shopping plazas. So just comparing your marketplace, how do the plazas do waiting there for orders versus maybe those strips of roads with a lot of restaurants. Because again, waiting in this busy zone, another Chipotle order, $10.50, 1.7 miles. Just one thing to note here, especially if you're new, because this may throw you off. So this order pickup, it was one order request. It was under Garrett, but you can see here there's actually 2 customer names. So this just means there's 2 orders, but it's delivering to the same address. So just to clarify, both orders are going to be delivering to the same address, and the pickup is just under that one name. In this case, it's Garrett. Now check out this order. This is great cash flow for $10.50 for KFC for 2.5 miles. Here's the thing with restaurants like this. I did have to wait in the drive-thru. It took a touch longer, not super long, but just consider that with these KFCs, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Sonic, or any of these places, the fast food places that have the drive-thru, if the lobbies are closed, something to consider if there's going to be a longer wait. And if you're doing well during your shift, now ideally I want you to be between $1.50 to $2 per mile payout as far as your dollars to mile ratio. But if you're doing good, you can have some wiggle room with that. And I took this order for Sushi Deli 1, $10.50, a little bit higher we can see here on the miles, 6.5. And one more order for this shift, Papa John's Pizza, $10.50, which kind of seems like the magic number for this shift here for 4.4 miles. So how did I do on this Saturday shift with a $2.50 peak pay bonus? This shift was from 5:30 p.m. until 8:45 p.m. again in Mission Valley here in San Diego. During this time, because of those stacked orders with consistent tips, with picking the best orders, an $80.25 total. That equals a gross revenue per hour of $24.69. During this shift, I completed 8 deliveries. And again, speaking to the tips, I received 8 tips with an average tip of $4.78. And one of the biggest metrics that speaks to efficiency when you're driving on the road, business miles, 36.1 miles, and moreover, a $2.22 payout per mile. And based on those miles, I get a tax deduction of $20.76. So recently, I have seen lower peak pay, especially on the weekends, here in San Diego. So number one, let me know down below in the comments, has your marketplace seen lower peak pay? But I've been watching that closely here, and I've been driving on a few shifts with lower peak pay. Now granted, $2.50 may be high peak pay for your marketplace. That's why you really need to know your marketplace. But sometimes here in San Diego, it would have been $3.50 or maybe $4.50 weekend peak pay. But regardless, we want to see if we can still make money, if these apps are still going to be busy enough, whatever peak pay you're getting. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because that is something that I'm watching as we move into 2021. Now, if you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen here for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.